Good morning. Please rise if you are able for the singing of our national anthem as performed by members of the class of 2026.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You may be seated. Superintendent Cabral, Assistant Superintendent Pruitt, Easton School Committee, Senator Driscoll, Mrs. Kavanaugh, Mr. Mastro-Giacomo, Mrs. Neely, families, friends, the Easton community, and most of all, you, the class of 2026. Good morning and welcome. I would like to begin by thanking my family, my friends, my coaches, and my teachers. You have all guided me through the journey of high school and taught me things that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I would also like to give a special thank you to my mom, my dad, and my brother Luke, also known as Tuna. I am forever grateful for your support at every milestone, every family dinner, and every Post Malone concert. I am so lucky that I got to grow up with you by my side, and I look forward to the family memories that we will continue to make. I love you guys. And now to you, my classmates. As some of you may know, I have basically never deleted a photo from my phone. If we were ever on house party in 6th grade, yes, I still have the pictures. While I have so little storage that my phone barely works anymore, I'm able to look back on all the different phases of my life. From when I was a kid, through my awkward stage, some may call it my savage phase, and now into high school. It is a document of my life and all the ups and downs that come with it. When I look back at any of these pictures individually, I'm able to see a snapshot of a specific moment in my life. However, to really understand who I am, I have to look at the whole camera roll. Just one picture does not accurately represent the collection of experiences that transform us into the people we are as well as the people we are becoming. We cannot be defined by one moment. We get the choice to look at the whole camera roll to really discover who we are. I actually still have my election speech from freshman year when I ran for vice president. In this video, my main talking point was about how school is not everyone's favorite place to be, but I would make it my mission to make these 4 years the best of our lives. Reflecting back now, I'm sure many of us would love to go back to those days that once seemed so ordinary, but now seem so special. One thing that was not so evident in this video is the many takes and nerves that I felt trying to make it. I actually thought that this 58-second long video was the scariest and most embarrassing thing. If you're anything like me, you may make albums on your phone. Your favorites, photos from a sports season, or maybe albums based on pictures you're gonna post on Instagram. Each of these albums makes up just a small portion of who we are. This fall, I was lucky enough to be the senior captain of the first ever all of Ames volleyball team to go undefeated and win a state championship. I created an album with all of my pictures from this season. If you scroll through, you may find a snapshot of me, my coach, and my co-captain Taylor holding up the state championship trophy. What you can't see through this picture is that while I was the captain of this team, I was by no means the best player. You also can't see the doubts that I had as I questioned how I ended up being the captain of a team that far exceeded my level of talent. The times that I picked up equipment, cheered loudly on the bench, and kept a constant smile on my face did not go unnoticed. Looking at my camera roll, you may also find a screenshot of my report card. What you can't see is me questioning the purpose of what I'm doing and the deeper significance of it. You can't see me pushing myself to take the hardest classes or constantly refreshing Aspen, a tab I had to have open at all times. Behind the lens of that snapshot, I was scared. I was scared of what people would think if I did not push myself to the absolute maximum. I was scared of who I am beyond just the grade I got on an exam. When I look back on high school, these snapshots are not the things that have made me the person I am today. Those things occurred in the moments between the pictures. The moment when I sent a text in the senior group chat not knowing how people would respond, or when I hosted Easton's Finest and paused for comedic relief not knowing if people would laugh. It was every lunch that I had to pick between sitting at 2 tables, trying to be friends with everyone and strangers to no one. The moments that we should let shape us are the ones that require us to take risks. The collection of these moments, the entire camera roll, are the ones that build our character. I think that I speak for many of us when I say that our pictures are something that we hold close to our hearts. For me, I can't imagine deleting any of them, and I have 9,474 and counting. Scratch that, I have to count the ones from prom. Our photos are a collection of who we are. All of the little moments that have led us here, all of the memories that we have made and will continue to make. While we sit here today, we hit a crucial point in our lives. I bet right now that most of us are questioning what comes next. Remember, this is just the beginning, not the end. Although it may seem like our camera roll, so many more memories to be made. Actually, let's take one right now. Okay, everybody smile for the camera. Okay, and then one more. Don't worry, I'll send that in the senior group chat and post it on Instagram. Our character is made up of so many things. In part, it is the large moments and the pictures that make it to the Instagram feed. The other part is the bulk of what makes up the photos on your phone. The part derived from the moments and the people that we surround ourselves with every day. Right now, we get to choose. Who do we want to be? What do we want to leave behind? What do we want to take with us as we embark on this new journey through the rest of our lives? So show up, work hard, and take all the pictures. Thank you all, congratulations, and go blue. I would now like to introduce my super smart friend and our valedictorian, Aiden Kabir.
Thank you, Lindsay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Parents, teachers, friends, and the class of 2026. Special shout out to my parents for their continuous support and to my brother for not telling my parents how late I stayed up doing homework. Anyways, standing up here as valedictorian feels a little weird because a GPA tells a very selective story. It shows the moments things went right. What it completely hides are the late night struggles with calculus delta math, the terrible first drafts, the test grades we'd rather forget, and the absolute chaos of just trying to figure out who we are in these hallways. Over the past few months, even all year, we've received a lot of advice. Whether it is where you go after high school, what your long-term goals should be, the best jobs to have, or how to save your money for your future, it can be entirely overwhelming. And then we have our class quote, the best way to predict the future is to create it. It's a beautiful thought, but if I'm being honest, when I first read it, it kind of stressed me out. It makes creating the future sound like a massive, high-stakes engineering project. Like if you don't walk out of these doors today with a flawless 4-year master plan, you're somehow already falling behind. But I've spent a lot of time outside the classroom doing something that taught me a completely different lesson about what it means to create anything, rock climbing. In climbing, when you work on a difficult route, it's called a project. And when you project a route, you don't just gracefully glide to the top. You fall, a lot. You lose your grip, you miscalculate the distance, and you hit the mat. When I first started, I thought falling meant failure. But the more time I spent on the wall, the more I realized that the fall is where the actual progress happens. Falling gives you data. It tells you exactly where your weight was off, which muscles were tired, and how you need to adjust your grip for the next attempt. You can't finish the route if you're terrified of falling. Look back at our time in high school. We didn't get to this point by executing a perfect, uninterrupted blueprint. We got here because every time our plans fell apart, whether it was a canceled season, a failed exam, or a friendship that shifted, we treated the fall as data. We adjusted our grip, we leaned on each other, and we tried again. Sometimes, though, creating the future isn't just about changing your grip on the same old wall. Sometimes it's about having the courage to change your entire environment. I have a bit of an obsession with gardening, and for years I had this 10-year-old blackberry bush. It was stuck in a heavily shaded, cramped corner of the yard, completely stagnant, and refusing to produce a single berry. It looked half dead. I knew it needed sunlight, but honestly, I was terrified to move it. When a plant has been in the exact same spot for a decade, its roots are deep. They're tangled and fragile. I worried that if I dug it up, the shock to its system would kill it entirely. It felt safer to just leave it in the shade, even if it wasn't thriving, because at least it was alive. I let fear keep it stuck. But safety doesn't bring growth, so my family and I finally decided to take the risk. We dug up the roots, endured the transition, and moved it into the full, direct sunlight of the backyard. And honestly, it looked terrible at first. For the first few weeks, parts of the bush completely died off. Other branches turned a sickly brown. We looked at it and genuinely thought we had ruined it. But it was just adjusting to the shock of the new environment. Deep down, the roots were taking hold. And with time, new green shoots started breaking through the soil. Overcoming that ugly, imperfect transition is the exact reason it is completely flourishing today, covered in green, and finally bearing fruit. So to the class of 2026, as we head out into college, new jobs, or whatever comes next, some of us are going to feel stuck. We might realize that the environment we thought we wanted isn't actually serving us anymore. When you finally make the choice to step out of your comfort zone and into the sun, I want you to remember that the transition might not look perfect right away. It might feel shocking. Some days might feel completely draining, some old habits might die off, and you might look around and think you've made a massive mistake. But that brown phase, that shock, it isn't failure, it's just transition. It's the necessary, messy process of your roots finding their ground. Give yourself grace and time to adjust, because success on the other side is entirely obtainable. Remember that creating a life or a career is rarely a straight line. It's a lot of trial and error, a few heavy falls, and occasionally having to weather some temporary shock when you change your surroundings. If things get a little messy, confusing, or overwhelming over the next few months, don't panic. It doesn't mean you're failing, it just means you're adapting. Keep adjusting your grip, trust your roots, and don't be afraid to step out into the sun. Thank you all so much, and congratulations, we made it! And now I would love to introduce our outstanding friend and class speaker, Avery Gamble.
Thank you, Aiden. Good morning to family, friends, faculty, staff, and the class of 2026. I'm up here today to honor our class and share a few thoughts with all of you. In my favorite book, The Anthropocene Reviewed, John Green wrote that life is never simple paths, only dizzying labyrinths folding in on themselves. In my most difficult moments over the years, I could have used those words. The true lessons we'll genuinely carry forward in our hearts are much harder to describe. No one else truly knows what is going on in another person's life, since they alone have too much to deal with too. I've come to realize that caring about what others thought made me doubt, but caring about what others experienced allowed me to see the good in everyone, even when I struggled to find the good in myself. I don't know about you, but as a middle schooler, and sometimes as a stressed high schooler, I needed a center in that dizzying labyrinth. When I've needed a center, a foundation, I've looked at my family, both my immediate and my basketball family. As a twin, I've not lived a day of my life without Lily. Having the privilege of a built-in best friend is one I am forever grateful for. Whether she knows it or not, she has been my anchor for as long as I can remember. My basketball family is where my motivation lies. Basketball has been a huge part of my life, not just athletically, but also mentally. It taught me to be patient, how to show discipline, be there for my teammates, and utilize my energy to do something great. That is what we all can do in our lives when we have a purpose. Once our ambitions are focused on positive causes, traversing the maze becomes possible. There will be wrong turns along the way, and often it may feel like there are dead ends, but your friends and family will guide you. To understand your center is to understand yourself. Whether you realize it or not, appreciating the tiny moments, like the morning car rides, the small waves to friends in the hallways, new sports, different classes, and the people we encountered in high school has helped us navigate the path. These seemingly insignificant details add up to something so much larger. They are the centers of us. They made these 4 years beautiful. You don't have to go through a monumental experience in high school to appreciate the small memories and meaningful people. These fleeting experiences are the ones that stimulate change and new beginnings. Everyone do me a favor right now and look around at those beside you. I'm sorry, was that awkward enough for you guys? Whether you realize it or not, your classmates have shaped you into the person you are today and have led the way for the person you will become. When we started high school, we were worried about fitting in. By senior year, I think I can speak for everyone when I say we were more worried about finding motivation. All of us here have a different path. It may not be simple. It might feel like a labyrinth sometimes, but I am positive this 2026 class has a bright future. We all have come from the same foundation. We shared the same teachers and classes, but on top of that, we shared the same memories and friendships. Now, it is what you make of your experience that characterizes your future self. And you don't need to have everything figured out. This past year, stress has consumed my life in many more ways than one, as I am sure all of you here can relate. I had no idea what the future would entail, and quite frankly, I still don't. In a contradictory way, that is the beauty of high school. You're not supposed to know. It is about experimenting, taking risks, trying new things, and embracing the unfamiliar. High school has prepared us all for the unknown. We are now built to adapt and integrate into our new communities. Even so, let us all never forget our center, our Oliver Ames family. In our paths ahead, there will be new schools, new friends, new teachers, and new relationships. It is our job as young adults to embrace these new additions, but to also recognize what stays constant. Not only the labyrinth, but our families, our small moments, our memories, and most importantly, the people of the class of 2026. It has been such an honor to speak on behalf of my class on this important day, and I am forever grateful to have been a part of such a special group of individuals. Thank you. And now it is my honor to introduce our principal, Mrs. Kavanaugh.
Ooh, excuse me. Hi, everyone. Before we begin the presentation of diplomas, I'd just like to take a moment to recognize everyone who made today possible. Graduation is a celebration of our students, but events like this do not happen by accident. They are the result of countless hours of planning, preparation, and teamwork. I'd like to thank our faculty, staff, and administrators for all you did to support our students, the custodians and the Easton DPW for setting up this beautiful park, and all the volunteers who work to make this a memorable and meaningful experience for our graduate and their families, especially my administrative assistant, Ronna Copeland. Can we give them a round of applause? I'd also like us to take a moment to acknowledge the parents, guardians, family members, and friends who have supported these graduates along the way. Your encouragement, guidance, patience, and belief in them have made this achievement possible. Students, can you give a round of applause to everybody who helped you cross this line today? More importantly, however, today belongs to our graduates. Your hard work made this day possible. Graduates, as we prepare to call your names, I encourage everyone here to remember that each name represents far more than a student receiving a diploma. Each name carries a unique, individualized story, a story of challenges overcome, lessons learned, friendships formed, goals achieved, and growth that may not always have been visible to others. A story of long nights studying or practicing for a performance, a story of painting yourself orange before a volleyball state championship, of spending H blocks trying to get homework done because you've practiced after school, of constructing a giant pineapple for Heil Day, or bringing coolers, lawnmowers, and shopping carts to school as a prank to see what we would let you get away with. Over the past 4 years, you've experienced successes and setbacks, moments of confidence and moments of certainty, and through it all, you've done it together. As I call your name, know that this diploma is more than a document. It's a symbol of your perseverance, your hard work, and the opportunities that now lay ahead. While we're proud of what you have accomplished at OA, we are even more excited to see what you will accomplish next. Class of 2026, we are so grateful for the impact you've had on our community, and we look forward to seeing all you achieve in the years ahead. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. I'd like to invite to the stage for the conferring of the diplomas, School Committee Chair Jackie Wiseman, School Committee Vice Chair Lauren Loomis, members of the Easton School Committee Kelly Percio and Colleen Proudler, Superintendent Dr. Alicia Cabral, and our assistant principals, Mr. Mastrogiacomo and Ms. Neely. Would the first row of graduates please line up? Chairperson Wiseman, the students before you have successfully completed the course of studies as prescribed by the Easton School Committee to graduate from Oliver Ames High School. The administration, faculty, and staff of OA are extremely proud to present them to you to be awarded their diplomas. Here we go. Senior Class President, Lindsay Eva Solomon. Caitlin Marie Lemansky. Jade Lynn Winchell. Olivia Josephine Strom. Avery Joy Gamble. Aiden Jonathan Kabir. Nicole Vieira Barros. Kiana Skypiao Conley. Layla Marie Flynn. Juliana Louise Gallis. Catherine Elizabeth Hobbs. Juliana Alexis Howard. Jordan Faith Etow. Genevieve Anna Lavoie. Maeve Veronica Lavoie. Karina Paula Vega Lopes. Lane Olivia Parker. Karis Rose Pinio. Paige Marie Smith. William Itia Su. Jaden Tebow. Jacqueline Beth Verde. Jamesy Carmelo Alexis. Annalise Marie Alicia Arroyo. Isabel Abisola Alphonse. Nina Bella Andrade. Joseph Braz Andrade Ferreira. Gabrielle Sandra Antebi. Yole Angelita Brigham Apostoli. Nicholas John Babanikas. Wyatt Jack Edward Bailey. Liliana Josette Banks. Denelson Giovan Barros Cruz. Samantha Jean Beaumier. Niece Ann Betts. Ryan Alexander Billy.
Yeah, Billy!
Bradley Peter Danger Blaze. Jonah Philip Bornstein. Isabella Catherine Barrowman. Caroline Rose Bowers. Ella Sophia Broadmeadow. Michaela Sue Brooks. Sean Patrick Brophy. Audrey Elizabeth Brunel. Tyrese Manuel Buggs. Winslet Kuna Buma. Daniel John Burke. Cameron David Butler. Jason Michael Zamillo. Vanya Marceles Cáceres Sanchez. Abigail Sue Cady. Sean Charles Canestraro. Rachel Danae Carpentier. Evan Thomas Casey. Christopher Chen. Rahima Oxane Marlene Sybil. Dylan Ryan Clapp. Eden Zoe Kluwer. Nicholas Manuel Coelho. Ella Samantha Cohn. Linda Marie Cooper. Reggie Matthew Ross Corrigan. Jacob Patrick Cote. Stella Bina Coulombe. Matthew David Kreutz. Rebecca Kennedy Curtin. Brianna Rose Cuthbert. Morgan Page Cuthbert. Ava Grace Darcy. Lucy Cleda de Costa Pereira. Maria Eduarda Gomes de Rocha. Lauren Elizabeth Daigle. Lawrence William Deere. Isadora Matias de Lima. Jack Robert Devonshire. Jolie Rebecca Diaz. Phoebe Charlotte DePietro. Jackson Francis Dolan. Catherine Claire Donahue. Sean Patrick Donovan. Kira Anna Donovan Jones. Ana Luis Rocha de Santos. Madison Nicole Driscoll. Matthew Gregory Driscoll. Josephine Grace Dubois. Mark Duhovich. Patrick Joseph Dunlap. Owen Richard Dupill. Madison Jean Dykeman. Nathaniel Thomas Eldridge. Vivian Scarlett Ernst. Max Vincent Falconeri. Joshua Farmer. Fenway Daniel Feeney. Luke Anthony Fernald. Maria Clara Fernandez. Sawyer Nelson Fernandez. Aiden Zachary Flato. Kaylee Mae Flynn. Nathan Edward Forrestal. Brent Joseph Yee Foreman. Sean Robert Fournier. Benjamin Aaron Fritz. Lily Louise Gamble. Phelan Laurel Ganshert. Isabel Angela Gauthier. Christian Rodriguez Gilpin. Sadie Christine Gilson. Zachary Worthington Gilson. Zoe Anastasia Guinness. Isabel Sophia Glover. Zachary David Goff. Zamira Cecil Gomez. Dario Marvick Gonzalez Soto. Kenzie Virginia Graham. Braden Connor Griffiths. Justin Dane Grimaldi. Jeffrey Guaman Loja. Adriana Rose Guerrero. Cyrus Amin Hanjani. Connor Thomas Hedrick. Brad Eddie Henshaw. James Michael Hearn. Amory Mia Hernandez. Adam Jacob Herrick. Roman Anthony Hobkirk. Maeve Young Horseman. Fiona Marie Hughes. Owen Brennan Hughes. McKenna Harumi Lee Hutton. Kevin Crislow Inera. Dylan Jonathan Israel. Lina Tamer Jara. Mia Samantha Jones. Dimitri John Karolamaeus. Madison Jai Carroll. Jessica Rose Keene. Kayla Lee Kenny. Daniel Korsunski. Audrey L. LaFleur. Rose Curland Lelane. Alejandro David Landaverde. Isabella Marie Lane. Victoria Ava Lee. Luke Michael Litkoff. Abigail Teresa Livingstone. Aaliyah Rose Lockhart. Jacob Thomas Locke. Charlotte Grace Long. Anna Lee Luke. Zaire Ajani Maddox. Alexa Lynn Malassi. Frank Joseph Marchon IV. Daniel William Markwarth. Grace Savannah McNamee. Christian Logan McNeil. Jacob Bevan Melton. Juniper Meisner. Carly Paige Murphy. Molly Elizabeth Nager. Gabriella Catherine Nastasia. Tyler Michael Newton. Alexander James Nitla Salazar. Jacob Andrew Nikachuk. Erica Lynn Nilsson. McKenna Michelle Norris. Declan James O'Reilly Juarez. Christopher Ortiz. Bella Callie Overstreet. Yanni Papadopoulos. Layla Ann Parento. Ben Cameron Parker. Taharka Kofi Alves Perry. Preksha Patel. Hannah Fisher Patrick. Sophia Marie Pavo. Adrian Pregero. Sophia Famdo. Sophia Marie Pomfret. Dylan Jethro Pompolis. Nicholas John Poulis. Ashley Nicole Powers. Arna Palalamuri Prasad. Trey Prezzuti. Ariel Eden Prophet. Allison Mary Cruzzoli. Andrew David Cruzzoli. Sean Frederick Raymond. Thomas James Regan. Erin Kathleen Riley. Jacob Conrad Ramari. Maricela Valentina Rhodes. John Ruben Restucia. Kay Alexa Rodriguez Pena. Angelina Grace Romero. Aiden James Rothwell. Gabrielle Arias Russo. Alexander Shafiq Saadeh. Landon Craig Sarney. Monica Mary Scarborough. Benjamin Lewis Schoenfeld. Ryan James Schuster. Adam Joseph Shafizadeh. Maura Emma Shea. Connor William Sheehan. Mia Karen Sheldon. Veronica Amalia Shenoy. Tatiksha Prashana Shetty. And Miriam Simon. Riley Jared Sims. Devin Michael Singleton. Andrew William Smith. Douglas Emmett Smith. Jonah Stas Soberai. Alexis Grace Soto. Larissa Melanie Montero Sousa. Suze Herlanta Tamar St. Louis. Olivia Stady. Owen William Stairs. Kayla Ann Ajane Sterling. Matthew John Sterling. Evan John Zamillo. Giorgio Joseph Tibet. Nathaniel Thomas Tagliamonte. Noelis Montserrat Tervades Jardine Noberto. Declan Mark Taylor. Liam Zachary Taylor. Brendan Michael Tian. Anthony Kevin Mello Teixeira. Brody James Texera. Jaden Tucker. Phineas Joseph Tybor. Ava Cheyenne Ulysses. Melia Andrea Erdy. Jetterson George Varela Andrade. Gianna Eve Vargas. Aliani Oliveira Vega. Isabella Melanie Verducci. Elio Voicolari. Emily Wenjiao Wang. Aiden Francisco Watt. Courtney Jean Hua. Jeremy Lee Weaver. Jaden Lee Williams. And Jack Andrew Yell. Let's give them all a round of applause. That concludes our graduation ceremony. Congratulations to all the graduates. You're going to do great things for our world. Town of Easton, students rise up. Town of Easton, I present to you the Oliver Ames class of 2026. Congratulations.
One, two, one, and.